Okay guys, so what we're going to do now is we're going to add just some real basic AI, artificial intelligence, to the game with some simple enemies that can kind of chase you around, and then obviously if they catch you then they can deal damage or whatever you want to do. Okay, so it's a good starting point with learning how AI works. So first of all, before we do anything, you can see that I've just added this little hut thing over here and made the space bigger from where I was before, so we've got some more space to move around in. And the first thing I want to do is go to blueprints. Okay, and for any AI kind of object that you've got, we need to add a blueprint class, and we're going to add it as a character. Okay, so a character is a type of pawn that includes the ability to walk around. Right, so if it's going to be able to move independently, it needs to be a character rather than just like an actor. Okay, so as a character, give it a name, just enemy will be fine. Okay, so we've got an enemy. Before we go and do anything with that, what we want to add in is, if I load up here, you won't be able to find it immediately here. You'll need to search for it. If you just search for nav, you'll find this thing called nav mesh bounds volume. Okay, so if I drag that in, you can see essentially this little box is kind of like the bounds that the enemy can move around in. All right, so if I just put the enemy in this little box right now, all it would do is be able to move in this one little bit of space. You can see I've got this green area at the bottom here. You can toggle that on and off with the P key. Okay, it's good to have it on. And I want the enemy to be able to move around in this whole entire space. Okay, so I'm going to scale this to fill the entirety of the map. Right, you might just want an enemy that can only move in a certain area, which is a much smaller area, in which case just scale this to that size. Okay, there it is. All right, so you can see it can go anywhere on this map. You can even go into this little hut thing. The Z axes, so up and down, can be scaled as well. So I could have it so that's just fitting in there. Or I could bring it, come on, bring it down. I might have scaled it too much. There you go. So I could bring it down so that it wasn't high enough so that he can't go into that area as well. Okay, but I do want him to go into that area as well, so I'm going to scale it up. Okay, so that's the sort of bounds that the enemy can move around in. It's called pathfinding, so he's going to be able to find any path within this green area. So now I'm going to open up the enemy itself. Okay, so we need an enemy at the moment. It's just this capsule which you won't actually see in the game. So we need to bring in a mesh to represent the enemy. So you could create something and bring in your own mesh. I'm just going to add in, I'll make it a sphere. All right. So our bad guy is just this sphere that's going to follow us around. And you can scale it obviously to whatever you want. I'm just going to leave it at that scale. And I'm going to add another component now called pawn sensing. Okay. So if you scroll down, see if I can find it first. No, don't worry. So to search for it, pawn sensing. Okay. There it is. And what you'll need to do in order to be able to actually see what's going on there, you'll need to compile it, save it, and go back to pawn sensing again. Okay, so at the moment you've got all these lines which, unless you know what they're doing, they don't really make much sense immediately. So what we're going to do is go over here to the settings and see what it says, peripheral vision angle. If I lower that down, what we can now realize is that these green lines show the vision of the enemy. All right, so if a character walked within that line of sight, then he'd be spotted and he would kind of chase after you. Okay, there's lots of other things we won't go into too much at the moment, but if you change the peripheral vision angle and probably the sight radius as well, that just is how far it can see. I'll leave that up there. I'm going to put the vision angle 30 will be fine. Okay, so we compile that again. Come back out of here, drop our enemy into the game. Okay, there he is, and you can see when he's in the game where he can see. All right, so if I put him, where should I put him? Originally, he's going to be over this side, in the corner maybe. We don't want him facing over there because he'll probably never see me. So, gonna make him look over there. Okay, so as soon as the game starts, he's going to see me straight away. All right. Okay, so we've got the enemy in the game, but at the moment he won't do anything. Okay, because we haven't set up any blueprints or anything to tell him what to do when he sees the player. Okay, so we're going to go back into our enemy object again and make sure we're in the event graph. Okay, and kind of as normal, we always do this, just get rid of the default stuff that's there. Generally, we want to start from scratch. Okay, so what I'm going to do first to set up these blueprints is I'm going to make sure I've got pawn sensing selected because that's what I'm going to use first. I'm going to right click. I'm going to add on C pawn. Okay, because we want this enemy to react when it sees something, when it sees the main character. Okay. So then, yeah, so when it sees something, so we want to tell it what it wants to see. So I'm going to pull this out, cast to third person character, because it is the third person character that we want the enemy to see and react to. Okay. So from here, we want it to, just going to search for AI. I need to find the one we want to find, which is AI move to. Okay, AI move to. Okay, and then we've got all these different kind of options about how we can tell the AI where to move to, but we just want it to, search for our player. Okay, so as third person player, we want to send that to the target. Okay, because that's where we want it to move to. And from here, we just want that to be itself. Okay, so it's itself that's going to start moving to the player. All right, that should really be enough now to start chasing us. So we'll compile. Oh, got a problem. I think we need that to that. There we go. Let's close that down. Okay, so we should. If we play. There we go. We can see he's starting to run after us. It's pretty quick. Okay, and we'll chase it. We'll catch up with us, but we haven't told it obviously what to do when it does catch us. So yeah, at the moment it won't do anything. It'll just kind of follow us around. Okay. So we can set that up soon. But what I want us to just check is what happens when I run up here. Okay. At the moment, yeah, he can't get in. So he kind of like tries to get in but can't. So go up here and he can't get in. Okay, which is not what we want because with our pathfinding, we've actually put this area as an area that we want him to be able to go into. Okay, so we're going to go through how to do that, how to sort that out. But first, I think my enemy runs a bit too fast. I want him to be a bit slower. So what we can do is go over back into the enemy and we can select this thing called character movement. All right, this actually is the same for your main character as well. So if you want your main character to run faster or slower, then you go into your main character blueprint and it'll also have a character movement option. And we can go over here, character movement walking, and I want max walk speed. So at the moment it's 600. I'm going to drop that to like maybe 200. Okay, just compile it and keep going back and testing it. So if I play that now, it's much slower. I can actually get away if I wanted to. Okay, obviously because the pathfinding goes around those boxes, the enemy will chase around those boxes. Okay, so just quickly fit it into this video. We're going to look at how to get the enemy to chase us up things, because at the moment you can see the green area, which I'll toggle off, on and off with P. There's a break in that area. Okay, so yes, he could go in this area, but he can't get to it because there's no green area that connects the two together. Okay, so when that happens, you need to put in your own object. Okay, which will be navlink proxy. Okay, so if you search for navlink, drag this in. Okay, what you see is you'll get two little like diamonds. Okay, what you need to do is set one of those diamonds down on one level and the other one of those diamonds on the other level. Okay, and then so the green arrows will essentially link those two together. So there's a green sort of path which allows the target to be able to know how to connect between those two areas. Okay, some little settings you might want to use. So down here you've got the direction of where you want it to move. I want it to be able to get up and down. Okay, so you might want it to only be able to go left to right. You can see this one's the left one, that's the right one. Or right to left, but I want it to be both ways. So that should really be all we need. So let's play that now. Let's get him to chase me over here. Pretty slow. Maybe I should speed him up a bit. So if I go in here now, oh, he's working it out. Okay. There's still some errors there. That's fine. Let me fix it, and then I'll come back and let you know how I did it. Okay, so problem solved. So I'll just show you what I did. So it's not actually to do with the nav link that is stopping him from getting up. That is set up correctly. If you go into the enemy again, if you go to character movement, just upped his max speed to 300, by the way, because he was moving so slowly. But you've got another one here called max step height. So I think by default it's at 45, which is pretty low. So we couldn't quite get up. So I just upped that to like 200. Save that. And then when I play, lure him towards me. Come up here. And then come up. There you go. Wasn't quite perfect, but he can get up and he can still chase me. But if I jump down here, because we didn't do sorry, I've got a timer on. Because we didn't do the a link over this side, he can't get up this side. He can only get up one side. All right. So once he gets up, takes a couple of tries, then he has to go back around the other way again to keep on chasing me because there's no link around the other side. So all you would do is just put another link on nav link proxy on the other side so we could get down there as well. Okay. Hope that makes sense. So that's just some real simple AI to make an enemy and make it chase you around a map to a specific area. What we'll do next is we'll look at how we can make that enemy then take health away from the character. All right.